Welcome to the Hunter Report. Today we're going to figure out how to do high-speed sync using Sony cameras and which of the third-party flash products work to get you high-speed sync for the cheapest dollar amount. So I have a bunch of products here, like the Yongnuo 560 flash controller, a Yongnuo 560 IV manual speedlight, a 568EX2 high-speed sync speedlight. Did I just give something away there? Maybe. A Nissan i40 flash, and this is an important thing. Let's just take a look at the bottom of these flashes. So this is the Sony multi-interface shoe mount right here. You see it's different, it's more sophisticated looking, and this is just a standard old ISO Canon Nikon hot shoe mount. Now just a quick little rant. This multi-interface thing is fragile, it's delicate, and I wish that Sony and many other people wish that Sony would redo that. So please take that to mind, Sony. Some of the other things we're going to try are this Yongnuo 622C high-speed sync controller. So this thing with a Canon flash will give you high-speed sync. The question is it going to do that on Sony? So let's go ahead, trial and error each of these products to find the winning solution. Check the description below for where you can find any of these products, links to them. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, and let's get into some photographic science. High-speed sync, what is it? It allows you to take flashes, okay, flash photography above 1/160th of a second. Why is this good? It's good for two main reasons. One, if you're outdoors, it allows you to bring down the background, okay, by going up to a 4,000th of a second. You can bring the background way down, pop flash, and just make a beautiful portrait in the daytime. So very important for that, gives you that flexibility. Another thing, it can make indoors, it can make backgrounds look completely dark. So it's a necessary tool if you really want to get to those higher levels of photography. It's not 100% necessary. You can basically get there without high-speed sync, but if it is available to you for a reasonable price, you definitely should have that tool set. Let's just pop a quick photo here with the Sony a6000. Normal exposure, okay, but let's try and go above 160th. Look, it doesn't let you go. You're limited. Oh, that is nasty fingernails. Well, there's some television magic for you, but you can't go any faster than 160th of a second because the flash is not designed for high-speed sync. So that's your basics. Let's pop on. So we have the Yongnuo 560 IV right on here. And let's take a quick shot. All right, overexposed, but we know it's working. And so here's something interesting is you can go to an 800th of a second, but that's a bug because you see that line is appearing, and what that line means, if you even go down at 3/20th, see there's that line up there, and that line is occurring because there's not enough flash time-wise. Okay, the flash isn't fast enough. So you're only getting part of the screen flashed. What high-speed sync does is actually fires the flash multiple times that process or something like that. The point is you need a high-speed sync flash in order to go over 1/60th. Otherwise, those lines appear. So we know that the 560 doesn't do high-speed sync, even though the Sony allows it to go. The bars appear. We're not getting any light. Okay? Maybe this guy here somehow has the high-speed sync. And in order to get these two, this and this, to match up, you just turn the mode here to RX. Okay? You just do a quick test. So we're working, and I'm at a 500th of a second, and look at that. Okay, so definitely high-speed sync not working. So this plus this, no high-speed sync, and it makes sense. It doesn't say it's listed for high-speed sync on Sony, actually on anything. This is just not a high-speed sync system. It's a great starter system, really great starter system. You can get an incredible amount of photography done with the 560 plus this controller. So this baby here is listed for high-speed sync on Canon, okay? This is the 622C. C means Canon. So maybe somewhere in the caveman brain, you're thinking, well, it's designed for high-speed sync, so maybe I can get high-speed sync. Well, let's go see. You need to have this guy here, and now it needs to be in M mode, which means manual firing. Hit the test right here on this unit. All right, channels are all set. Manual mode. See that manual mode right there, no S1, no RX, and hit the test. All right, so we're firing this flash. These guys are talking their high-speed sync for Canon. Does it work for Sony? 1/500th of a second, and you can see it right there, we're getting the line. Doesn't work, okay? Next in our drawing board, we have the 568EX2, which is a high-speed sync capable flash. So, real basics. On-camera flash, let's see if it works. On-camera flash, 500th of a second. This is a high-speed sync flash. Okay, getting a bar. So let's go and fiddle here with the high-speed sync button. Still have a bar. Even the special high-speed sync dealie is on. Turn it off. All right, so trust me, any combination's not gonna work. And the same thing with these controllers and this flash, not gonna do you anything. The problem is, I'm 99% certain that nothing with this kind of standard ISO hot shoe is gonna work. However, there's a slight curveball, which is the Sony Alpha Minolta hot shoe to multi-interface hot shoe might work. It might work. I wouldn't super recommend this i40 flash because this unit, this is plastic, okay? It's gonna break. I've had one, it did break on me, so we're simply trying to get some data here, some information about how do you get high-speed sync to work. So number one for the Nissan products, you gotta hold down flash button, 3 seconds. That baby starts flashing. Once that starts flashing, you're in high-speed sync mode. Okay, 1/500th of a second. Point the flash there. Boom, full illumination. Beautiful, we're in high-speed sync. Let's go up to 2000th. Boom, full illumination. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. Next, the question is, this little Nissan is a master flash. And we can sync it up to the 560 IV non-high-speed sync light as opposed to the EX2, which is a high-speed sync. But again, the Cro-Magnon brain might be saying, if this baby is high-speed sync, well, maybe I can get this to work in high-speed sync. I believe we're in S1 mode here. Bingo, S1 mode. So let's do it. So I pressed the onboard test. It fired this baby right here. The i40 fired this. So next. Do a quick flash. The next thing you have to worry about is when I pop the flash this way, you heard no audio noise, that high-pitched squeal. So only when the optical receiver is facing this optical receiver, you're going to hear that, which means the flash fired. So there's a few things to notice here. This is only going to work in optical mode, so if you're shooting in the rain, if you're shooting around corners, if the flash is up like this, in a softbox, it's probably not going to work. But what we really need to know, if the flash here is blocked, right? So I'm blocking the flash with my sleeve. There's a naked picture, 1/4000th of a second. Let me show that to you. It's a very dark picture, so that's a reference picture guide number because we only want the flash to be coming from this. If the flash is coming from this at a 1/4000th of a second, it means the high-speed sync is properly working. So let's go ahead, optically take that picture. There's the picture with high-speed sync. Exposure is the same. So the flash is firing, it's just not syncing. Now we have this Yongnuo high-speed sync flash. We have not been able to get it to fire in high-speed mode at this point. So the first thing that you have to do for the 568 to get it to fire remotely is you have to put it in the right mode. What you do is you hold down the zoom button right here. Okay, and then this blinky blink comes on. It starts with OF, so you just hit right. So SC is for Canon, SN is for Nikon, S1 is just general old S1 mode. That's where you want to be. Let the blinky blink stop, optically sync them up, 4,000th of a second. Got our blinky, reference photo first. All right, nice and dark. Second photo with the high-speed sync. That's real bona fide high-speed sync. No bars, no nothing. All right, so this is what we've been looking for. How do we get a cheap high-speed sync flash? $100. Check the description below for where you can find this product to sync up with a high-speed sync Sony Dealy. Now, as I've said, I don't like the shoe on this Nissan, okay? And this is an expensive flash, $250. What I do like is there's a 79 Air Commander product from Nissan. So what I'm thinking and what I'm going to try is that Air Commander product and try and sync it up with the EX2. So if you can get that Air Commander from Nissan with the multi-interface shoe for $79 plus this baby for $100, you're looking at a pretty cost-effective way to get high-speed sync on Sony. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon.